Okay. All right. We're back. Welcome, everybody, to the final hour of our show today. This is your buddy Stock Market, Bruce, Uncle Bruce with Stock Markets with Bruce. That's the name of the channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm Uncle Bruce. You're here. I'm here. Yay. There's an hour to go, Markets with Bruce. And then the market closes, and we're not sure if it's going to be up or down for the Dow because there's nothing going on. It doesn't know which way to go. We've been negative all day on the NASDAQ exchange. That is a fact. We're at, right now, NASDAQ down 146, 1.29%. And we've got S&P down 23 points, about 0.6 of a percentage point. And the Dow is up 34, and that's 1/10 of 1%. That's the gain on the Dow. Oil still negative, $1.24 at 85.68. So down $1.24, holding at 85.68. These are the three. This is a 3-week low, they say. Even with the missile situation in Poland, turns out that seems to have been a Ukrainian missile trying to shoot down a Russian missile coming in or two or whatever. Unfortunately, it landed in Poland 2 miles into the border, from what I understand. That's all I know, and I think I got that wrong. Nonetheless, that did not make oil go crazy. It did not make gold go crazy. It didn't crash the markets. So everyone is calm at the moment. What else is going on here? Just seeing a headline here. Sam Bankman-Fried, Tom Brady, and Steph Curry are named in a lawsuit over FTX collapse. Just added to the things that Tom Brady has to worry about. I guess, I don't know. No idea what this is going on. Weird things going on. A litigious society is America. You think there's a few lawyers in America that got nothing to do and are looking for business? There's a few of these guys. Yeah, they're out there all right. Interest rates today. The 10-year Treasury is at 3.69%. It backed off from 3.83 this morning. So it has come down about 15 hundredths of a percentage point. Germany is down to 1.99%, down from 2.1-ish. The UK is 3.14. I find that amazing. I find it amazing that the interest rates in the United Kingdom are 3.1 on a 10-year note, and America is 3.7. I also find it rather amazing that Italy is only at 3.9 and America is 3.7, because I think Italy is a basket case economically, not like America at all. America is much stronger and much better shape. But it is amazing to me how Americans are asked to pay more for interest for borrowing money when they have the world's strongest economy, strongest currency, and I don't know. It is goofy. Anyway, there you have it. That's what I see going on. As far as the euro goes, the euro is at 103.9, so it's almost at 104, and the pound is at 119 to the US dollar. The yen, which got up to almost 150, is back now to 139. So it's backed off a ways over the last few weeks, but still up there. As far as the US dollar, strong against the yen overall. We'll see how this holds given time. We'll see what's going on over there. All right, everybody, welcome to the channel here. Thank you for 52 thumbs ups already. Thank you for those of you who just hit that thumbs up button for me right away as soon as you see the show is listed and is coming on. We love hitting 100 thumbs ups during this telecast every afternoon. If we can break that, it's even better, even more better. Thank you all for that. How are you doing on your options? Let's see what's going on here. Pulse Guitar, I sent you an order for class number 1 or for class a few hours ago. Got it. That came through. Thank you, my friend. Enjoy that and work it from there. Fabulous. Alex, can we have 2 more days of this price action on the HPQ, please, Rugman? Thank you kindly. Yeah, HPQ down 140, down to 29.16. That's backing off, isn't it? Sean and Wendy, God, it's amazing. Hello there. Neat emojis are everywhere. It's a wild day, says Deep Value. Richard Carlin says neat. There you go. JR Rugman, we need you over at HPQ. Can you come up and play and sell my house fast in Upper Marlboro? I'd love to see HPQ fall under 27. Something tells me some people aren't doing rollovers on HPQ and they're looking for the stock to bail them out. That's funny. Anyway, yes, but the public debt in the U.S. is huge, incomparable to the ones in the EU states. Oh, fair enough, but Americans are good for it. There's the difference. You can trust American debt. You can trust Americans to pay their bills. American taxpayers are able to handle the debt loads, and it's the de facto currency of choice for security. Which again just blows me away that Americans have to pay higher interest rates than other countries that are a basket case. However, the market is the market, and that's all there is to it. It is what it is. Alex, sell my house in Upper Marlboro. Under 27 would be my happy place too. I've got 27s, 29s, and 30s. Earnings coming soon. Let's wait and see. Good afternoon, everybody from Coyote. Nick is in the house. My prediction, the snow is coming to fruition. I said that it will be below 161 by looking at the chart. Now I'm predicting it will be below 140 by next week before earnings. Hope all of you shorted it. Nick, I think you're the number one shorter on this channel. You're the number one guy that does short positions. The rest of this gang here, they do a little here and there, but they do more put buying, and even then, we're option writers around here. I think folks around here are call option writers, but it's always good to know what others are thinking and doing and keeping an eye on it. That's always good to know. Here we go. Tiff is saying, I'm glad I rolled my HPQ into in the money calls. Boris, laugh out loud. Fair enough. Right back at you, Uncle B. Love you, Boris. It's all good. I love it. Look, we've got the Dow up 1 point. That's right now. Right now, it's up 1 point. We have been flatlining here all day long. We're really not going anywhere. I mean, the low of 33,516, the high of 33,682. We've had a 170 point swing today. Yesterday it was 700 points. We are really quiet right now. This is a very flat range. We're down 4 points on the Dow right now. The Tesla shares $186. We're down $8.40 on those. Apple down $1.30 to $148.74. GameStop at $26.90, down just around 70 cents or so. SoFi $5.51, down 34 cents. We were over $6 yesterday afternoon. Here we are at $5.50. No pressure on option writers over there. HPQ $29.11, down $1.45. $28.99 was the low today, and the high today was $30.21. That was the high. So you can see this stock has given up a little bit of ground. $29.10 right now. Interesting to see. All right, let's move on past HPQ. Amazon down $2.21. Home Depot was up $3.89 at $315.82. Cisco's red, down 44 cents. The high today, just under $45, $44.98, but now we're $44.45. Pfizer down 42 cents to $48.16. Netflix down $4.46 to $3.05. The high today was $3.10 on the day. IBM down 2 cents. Microsoft up 83. Vanik Semiconductors down $8.80 to $2.16. Adobe's down $7.25. Goldman off 63 cents. Google up 52, and Boeing down $2.79. Moderna down 40. Meta Platforms down $4. Over on our former SPACs, ME down 20 to $3.20. Rocket Lab down to $4.69, down 52 cents today. And we were sitting at $5.73 on the 11th, 5 days ago. We were at $5.73, we're $4.69. So there's a $1 or more drop since last week to today, unfortunately. On Rocket Lab, they're just doing nothing but getting bigger and stronger and better and closer to profitability. Stock's down today. Matterport down 11 cents to $349.5. ATIP down 3 cents to 55 cents. This is getting cheaper and cheaper. I think every one of you guys should try to buy up a couple hundred shares every single day of this stuff, so that we just take this company over. Just if 1,000 of you guys together every day bought 10,000 shares, just as a gang, or 100,000 shares, we'd run this place. We'd run this thing to $2. It would be nothing. I don't know. It's 55 cents. Unbelievable. Smart Rent 279 down 21 cents. There's another dip today. Spire off 4 to 140. And Sextera down 28 to 213. That must be new low territory. 207 is the all-time low on Sextera. We're getting close. Unbelievable. Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines down 78 cents. Bed Bath Beyond down 24 to 349. Carvana down to 869, down 127. We got Robinhood off 74 cents to 940. We got selling coming in here. Blackberry down 5 cents. Norwegian is off. Carnival's off. Target down $23, 155 buckaroos. Low of the day today was 148.75, right at the opening, within moments of the opening. Now we're at 155. The high today, 158. So tried a little rally, came back $10. Now we're just under 156, down $23 today on Target. JP Morgan is up 1 nickel. Costco down 165. Walmart up $1. Disney down $1.34 to 94.17. Nvidia Corporation down $7 to 159.62. American Airlines off 57 cents today to 14.04. That is a give back. That stock had a bit of a run here a month or so ago. What date would this be? Looks like on October the 17th, the stock was $13.12. So a month ago, $13.12. Then it got up to about $15.05. So not quite a $2 recovery. And now we're at $14.04. So yeah, we're not going anywhere there. AMC and Ape, combine those two together, they are off about 50 cents today. 8.86 is their value now. It's under $9. Snowflake 154 down $9. How about that? Snowflake was 182 October 25th, and now it's 154. It was 126 November 9. Got up to 165 November 15. That was yesterday. Now 154. So we'll see if Nick can score on this one. Those are some of the highlights here of some of our stocks. We're down 34 on the Dow now, so it's negative 34 points. It's been a nothing burger day. Let's be honest. The Dow Jones, the worst number it had was about 40 points lower than this. So we were maybe down 75, 80 points. That was it. That's all that we've had today for the Dow. A very, very slight day here. Nothing really going on. It has no utter direction. There's no economic good news coming out today. There's nothing like great happening. There's a lot of people commenting and giving their opinion on what they think is going to happen, what might happen, how it could happen. But the economic news has not been fabulous. And like I said, I think we're overpriced right now. The S&P is down 33 points. That's 0.85 of a percentage point, where the Dow is down 0.09 of 1%. We've got NASDAQ down 1.57%. And this has been the best performing index the last week and a half. So to give up 1.5% is really not a big deal. It is a bit of a pullback, but is it the end of the world? Kind of a sell-off? No. But we're down 178 on the NASDAQ. Gold, oil down 135. Gold unchanged. VIX down 0.41. Even the VIX isn't doing anything crazy. There it is. The headline says that the Dow is wobbling. It's wobbling. Target is disappointed to everybody today. And there you go. All right. Such is the way it is. There are times where markets will not react. The herd mentality out there, you got millions and millions and millions of investors always adjusting their portfolios for whatever reason they have to adjust it. Now we're into mid-November, which means a lot of investors right now are motivated by income tax considerations. Now, whether it's for a personal basis or a corporate basis, there are entities out there that are making adjustments to their portfolios now due to taxation considerations. Some people are locking in gains, some are locking in losses. your so-called account managers, your so-called asset managers, managing pensions, managing portfolios for large institutional clientele. They get paid bonus money on returns, annual returns. So if you're sitting on a really good performing bunch of stocks, you might sell them up here, lock in some gains. You might buy some call options to go for any upside, buy some puts to lock down. So you might do a spread or something, but you're going to try to lock in some gains for your bonuses to come through. It all depends on how your bonuses are calculated. Some folks have a end of November, a year end for their considerations, for their bonus considerations, and so they have to make moves now to lock in by the end of November, and then reposition themselves into December. But you have a lot of adjustments in portfolios all the time, and there is no way to really peg it. You just kind of go with it. I do recall in the old days, back in the 80s and the 90s, we had a 5-day settlement game going on at those times. And as a branch manager, and my right-hand man, my operations manager for my branch, you could call him my assistant manager, but I called him the operations manager. He ran what we called the back of the store. I ran the front of the store. So I ran the brokers, the trade desk, and he ran the back office for clearing and accounts. And he would let me know problem situations. He'd come up to me every morning. We'd have our coffee, and he'd say, these are the brokers. There's like 8 of our 25 brokers that have accounts that have problems. Okay, what are the problems? Well, let's talk about Jerry. Okay, Jerry and his client. He's got 4 clients. They're all into this stock, and it's not working out right now. And we've got an under margin situation here. Okay, what about this broker, that broker? How many clients, and that sort of thing. And then he and I would try to figure out what kind of solution to the problem are we going to have to come up with, and or what kind of chat should I have with my so-called salespeople to get them on the path to correcting these little issues. Because if clients are under margined, that goes against the capital of the firm. It puts the firm under more pressure. So its actual asset value, the firm's paid up capital, is now being tapped to handle these accounts that are under margin. Can't have that. And so we have to address that. And in the old days, you had to have it addressed 5 business days before the end of the month. So if the end of the month was a Thursday, the week Thursday prior, all accounts had to be cleaned up. And so it got dicey around the office. Sometimes around the 20th to the 25th, depending on weekends and long weekends and whatever else. And my operations manager, really good guy, he would come to me and say, okay, Mr. Manager, Bruce, we have 4 business days right now to fix our month-end issues. And we were very, very picky about that in our branch. We wanted to make sure that our branch was the cleanest run branch in the entire company of branches. And we were really diligent on keeping my brokers from getting problems from head office. Because if we didn't solve the under margin problem in my branch, Toronto would step in, head office would step in, and then they would just do literally sellouts of stock. They wouldn't even talk to us now. They would just take over these accounts. Brokers would have no power. Clients would have no power, and they get sold out, and everything would be wiped out. Not good. Not good for the broker, not good for the broker-client relationship, not good for the manager-broker relationship, not good for the firm broker-client relationship, not good. So we didn't go there. We didn't let that happen. And we would work with our salespeople. I work with my guys. I bring my brokers in one-on-one, and I'd look at the guy and go, look, you're doing a great job. doing, you got some good business going here. You're working hard with your phone calls and all this stuff. However, there are a couple of accounts here that you and I know are in trouble, and we got to figure out a solution to the problem. Are you having trouble reaching the clients? Are they not returning your calls? Are you not calling the clients? Are you afraid to call because you recommended the stock and the stock is down and you're afraid to call them? What's the deal? What's the situation? How can we help make this better? And I would come up with a game plan with the broker as to what to do. And many a time, all we had to do was contact the client and say, look, we got to bring in some dough here. Maybe if you have any other stock from any other firm elsewhere, just transfer it in here, and perhaps we can get we'll get some asset value into your account over and above what you have now. We'll just margin that. We'll margin those shares to take care of the deficit on these shares, and you're fine. We'd come up with solutions, and we were very flexible and we were very reasonable, but there would be a deadline, and when we had to deal with it, we had to deal with it. But everybody knew what the line was, and we didn't make it a last-minute surprise. But there were times we had to sell clients out, and there were times where we didn't, where we were able to carry a position because a transfer was arranged, and we take care of it. Other times, clients would just say, "Oh, I'll just bring in 10 grand today. I'll bring you a bank draft for 10 grand, and that'll cover it." And that would be it, and there'd be no trouble whatsoever. The client didn't realize. The broker didn't realize how much money the client actually had. The broker thought that all the money the client had was in the account. And then he realizes, oh my God, I have an account with this guy worth $50,000 and he has a $200,000 account over there. There's a lot more business I can get from this guy. I'm going, yeah, you don't know your client. But why don't you take this guy for lunch and get to know him a little better and wow him or her with your service and with your attention, and you may find that everything is transferred to you, and you're running a $250,000 account, not a $50,000 account. Kind of worth an investment of your time, and maybe a little lunch pickup here might not be a bad idea. We learned a lot learning about our clients. Sometimes though, we had the opposite. We'd have a salesman who'd go, I got this really big client. Oh man, I'm going to try to earn all of his business. And my operations manager and I, we do a little scouting. We call some of our friends at other brokerage firms, managers and operations managers. And we say, hey, listen, we got this client over here. We're not so sure about this guy. Have you ever heard about this one stock called such and such? And we'd say, you know about ABC Petroleum? And the operations manager at another firm would go, oh, yeah, we know about that stock. There's about 5 accounts that are really into that stock here in this house. They trade it like crazy. I said, well, would one of the guys' nickname be, so-and-so? They go, yeah, you're talking about Ed Jones, aren't you? We're going, yeah, we are talking about Ed. Yeah, we're always chasing him for money. And then they'd say to my operations manager, yeah, Ed Jones, he opened an account here 3 months ago because he got kicked out of the other brokerage firm over there. They got rid of him. And then he came waltzing in here, sweet talked one of our brokers into opening an account with him and trade like crazy. And within a month, we had all kinds of collection problems. You running into the same issue? Yes, we are. I said, well, we better keep our eyes on this guy, shouldn't we? So we'd find out that promoters were, just looking for a place to play and try to trade stock without using their own money, using firms' money instead. And you had to really be on top of this. This is the 80s, the 90s, back when certificates were trading hands. Actual stock certificates would be brought into a firm or would be transferred from one firm to another firm by courier, physical courier. And we would then lend money against stock certificates. I'll tell you, it was a different world back then, to say the least. But collections were collections, and that's what it was. Now with this device, this handheld device you get to use, you can't overrun your account. You can't buy a bunch of stock without money in the house first. It's very difficult for you to overextend your account. But if you have a position in a stock and you owe money against it and the stock drops in value, yes, you can get a margin call. The margin call you get today, though, is a different animal than what we used to have. Although I will say, back in the day when I was managing, when we got margin, when we would issue a margin call, we had the right as a firm to sell off everything in that account without even having to ask permission, because the client had already signed all the margin agreements, which had all the fine print in there, giving us full discretion to do whatever we needed to do to protect our firm's interest. And the last thing we wanted to do was to have a bunch of clients owe a bunch of money on a bunch of stock that is unmarginable, and we, the firm, and my salesmen were now on the hook for millions of dollars in marginability. Now, we didn't get into that situation. And a lot of promoters in my town of Calgary didn't bother coming to our firm to even try to open up an account, because they knew that I and my operations manager were diligently on top of every transaction. And if it looked at all shady, we would just step in there and bring the broker into the office and go, "What are you doing? What's going on? This doesn't look like retirement planning. This doesn't look like solid financial planning. This looks like you're into a hot stock of some kind. Where's the guy's money? Why is he buying all this stock? We have no assets here. Get a check in here. I'm not waiting 5 business days for him to pay. I want money up front because the limit is beyond reasonable." Rarely did we ever have that happen. We really didn't have that happen. But we heard horror stories. We'd hear horror stories of brokerage number 1, number 2, number 3, millions of dollars in margin calls, dozens of accounts, and nobody had any money and nobody could pay it. And then they got all blown out. The stock went from $2 to $7 to $9 to $2 to $1 to 25 cents, and everyone got wiped out. And we stayed the hell out of there. And I would nix orders. We'd have brokers come to us and say, "I want to buy 10,000 shares of XYZ at $4.90 a share." And we'd go, "Nope, can't buy that stock here. Won't let you." We could do that. We could refuse business. And brokers would get mad. "I got a $50,000 order, man." I'm going, "Yeah, I know it's a $50,000 order, but he doesn't have the 50 grand. He's using our money to buy it because he's not going to pay us. This guy wants to buy it now and sell it in an hour for $5.90 or $5.50. He wants to make a quick $5 grand without putting up any cash. We're not playing that game here. Cash up front on in deposit, otherwise no can do." And so we refused that action, saved ourselves millions of dollars in losses. And we couldn't believe how many times other firms all around town would get sucked in again and again and again. And we would get orders from Vancouver. Our Vancouver branch would phone in orders for our Alberta Stock Exchange floor where the hot stock was located. And we would get orders from them saying, "Oh, we want to buy 10,000 of this, 15,000 of that." I'd pick up the phone and call that branch manager in Vancouver and say, "What's happening with this stock? You guys are all over this stock." He said, "Oh, I got 2 guys here are all over it." I said, "Have those clients paid upfront deposits? Because we are rejecting that business. We are not allowing anyone here to buy that stock. Here's what we know." And then we'll pass on all the intelligence. And we'd have my operations manager talk to the Vancouver operations manager to collaborate information. And they'd find out, "Oh my God, the guy that you won't let an account open for, he opened an account here in Vancouver." I said, "Well, let's close that thing down." And so there would be all kinds of wheeling and dealing going on. Phones were hot all the time between managers and operations managers, because in those days, it was all people to people. The customer phoned in the order. We phoned in the trade to the floor. The floor phoned us back. We called the client back. Managers were watching brokers. Brokers were managing clients. We were watching the market as best we can. What's going on? What's hot? What's not? Why is this happening? Why is this not happening? And we were trying to protect all of our customers from getting involved in crap promotions that were just destined to crap out. And we were trying to keep our brokers away from massive losses on their books, because the game plan was manage your clients' accounts and make them richer and keep them around a while. But if you get into every hot story out there, you're destined to fail. And sure enough, every month, every quarter, every year, so many brokers came and went. Some firms had ridiculous turnover. Other firms had very little turnover. And that was then. But this is now. And here we are. And Rugman is coming to the rescue for us whenever we need him, we hope. And I'm hoping that you're doing well writing options and taking in some premiums and enjoying the the run here. Hey, Uncle Bruce, is there a common reason why some stocks have over 100% institutional ownership? Is it better to have a higher percentage? I can't answer that question for sure because again, I don't know which stock you're talking about. There can be unique situations though, but I will say this: there's a lot of people out there that believe certain stocks have a very high percentage institutional ownership because they found it somewhere on the internet. They found it on some kind of a website that seems to track this stuff. But the reality actually is, if you have an account with Fidelity and you have a margin account with Fidelity and you buy up stock in GameStop, the reality is that it's not in your name. It's in Fidelity's name. The stock is held in the name of Fidelity. That's an institution. And some folks believe that that's institutional ownership, and it's not. It's Fidelity owning shares on behalf of its clients. The same at Ameritrade or at Merrill Lynch or Schwab, or name any of the firms you want. The firms themselves and their holding companies own the firms. They are the owners and keepers of the securities on behalf of the client. And it doesn't show client ownership, it shows it as institutional. And there are times where trades are ongoing, it's an active trading stock. You might have 100 million outstanding and you're trading 50 million a day for a while. And for a while, there are still trades pending to close, and there's more than 110% of the shares out there. Well, they're not out there, they're in flux back and forth. There are option positions, there's stock positions, there's short positions, there's this. And so you take a snapshot, click, of 3:50 in the afternoon, click there, what's the position? And you get all these numbers. And then everyone starts interpreting how much is held by institutions, private, how many are out, how many not out. And you don't actually get the real picture. You get a close estimation of what's going on, but not actual. That's as best as I can explain it to you. Don't read too much into it, and it's not a real big deal. My spider sense is tinkling. Is that you, Rugmet? Splair, today I bought my first 30 ATI. Then I realized I was paying less than $17 and brought in a second trade, another 20 units for $10.98. Probably next week I'll buy another 100. Bobby Atkinson, I'm at number 71 thumbs ups for you. Right on, rock and roll. What else is going on? Zach, 100 more ATIP at 55 a share. Keep that cost basis falling. I'm now under $2. Kent, I'm up 270 on the SoFi I rolled yesterday, so that's something. Right on. Splair, Uncle Bruce, you agree? Do you agree with me? Today was a perfect day for a nap, going to sleep after market opens, waking up before closing, and really nothing has changed. It's been one of those days. Ron Dugan, now I have a machine gun. Ho, 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 is one of the greats in holiday movie history, but my personal favorite is when the Santa from Christmas Story gives the kid a boot in the face. Ho, ho, ho. How lovely. What a lovely sentiment. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my. Oh, thank you, Alberto. Thank you for a donation. That's awesome. Boris, I rolled on higher strikes during this week's rally. Don't know if I should close these positions. I still have 90% left in intrinsic value. Should I wait for more time? Depreciation. Again, I don't know the extent of the trade, the actual situation, but we haven't dropped anything yet. I mean, we have not given up anything yet. We could be at the beginning of a 5-day losing streak here. We haven't even started. Let's see what's going on. Arturo, number 78, thumbs up. Thank you. And Cloud 7 Travel. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I was going to roll my SoFi calls yesterday. I was able to buy back, but my offer to write didn't go through. Of course, today's SoFi backs off. Still looking to write, but left 20 cents on the table. That's the thing about doing rollovers. The thing about rollovers is you must complete the second half of that trade the minute you get your other trade done. You cannot dilly-dally and hope for something down the road. You can't be on a stink offer way out there. Sometimes you have to make the move. And there are times where you're going to have to hit the bid and get the sale made right now and get that position in, because exactly what can happen here, you have a pullback of right now 38 cents on SoFi, and that affects contracts. That's exactly what can happen. AJ Bobby Atkinson, it releases 6 p.m. tomorrow on HBO Max. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but they're talking about something. The Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, after a few days of good trades, I had an extra 2,900. And what did I do? I bought 100 more GameStop for 26.51 and waited a few minutes for a run to 27, then sold a covered call for 26.25, January 23, and I got in $5.15. Thank you very much. 26.87 is the word of the stock's at. And the whole bunch of that 515 is time value. Nice. And Nick H. I'm still holding covered calls for GameStop. $25 strike expiring this Friday. What do you think? Fold my arms, roll over? What are your thoughts here? Well, the key now is if you are able to buy your calls back at basically book value, you now want to be shopping. You want to be now shopping for the next call to write. Now, it might be that you're going to write a $25 call anyway. Might be just the same strike. A couple weeks down the road, maybe a month down the road into the third week of December. You might just do that move. So you'll buy back your call at book, sell the next call exactly at book plus premium, and thank you for the premium, bank it, wait. You got another month now to let the stock back off. On the other hand, you may find that you go out further in time to, say, January, you may find that you can write a $26 call and get just as much money or a little more money than what it's going to cost you to buy your 25, and you've moved up a $1 strike level. You might play that game. The other game is you go 3, 4, 5, 6 months out. I mean, you go way out there, and you're going to write a 25 or a 30. You might write a 30, which is, out of the money right now, for more money than what this is costing you, with an attitude that, if the shares go to 24, this 30 is going to be down by 40% easily. With that move, I'll buy those back, and then I'll write 27.5 for 6 months out again. I'll pull the string that way. There's many options here, Nick. You got to look at rollovers now. Coyote, Mr. Manager. Run, AJ, I know what I'm doing. Love holidays, love holiday movies. There you go. Let's say we just say manager. Nick, Uncle Bruce, now it makes sense when we see a flurry of upgrades and stock buy upgrades mid-November by hedge fund newsletters, analysts, stock going up. So you should invest into the kind of suggestions as a sign that they are trying to lock in the year-end bonuses. There you go. Mr. Premium, is this a Santa Claus rally? What do you think? I don't know about that. I'll tell you when it's over. Oh man, the Credit Savage is saying to Zach, laughing out loud, rubbing elbows with all them rich people perhaps has made me appreciate champagne a lot more, especially having it opened and served to you while dining. Kind of awesome, laughing out loud. Bobby, laugh a lot. I'd be afraid to call him Guy. I don't know what's going on here. Credit Savage, the greatest thing is that the money spent to have fun and treat my family was all disposable income generated by selling covered calls. If you pay attention to Uncle Bruce, you take his classes and ask questions, it works. There you go. This gentleman has really benefited nicely from option writing the last year. It's been great. Cindy B, I am now number 86. Does anyone know a good broker for option writing in Europe? There's a few folks around here who do. Dan, look into Interactive Brokers. There's a suggestion, Dan. Robert Benson, I'm number 90, thumbs up. Who cares? Dropping in a quick thumbs up. Can't stay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye. Thank you, my friend. Mirko, it's a bit complicated for my brain. Pulse Guitar, Credit Savage, how do you actually view the classes? Just sent the payment earlier. Maybe I'm missing a link. If you can't find the link, Pulse Guitar, send me a private email. And just say, I picked up lesson number, so can you send me the link? I'll fire it off to you after the show. I'll send it to you in an email, and then you have it, okay? Bobby, the classes are YouTube videos. They're in the private setting, and I will fire them off to you. Zach, the Credit Savage of all Wall Street, preach it, brother. Credit Savage, Pulse Guitar, Uncle Bruce will send you a link to your email. Check there. If you didn't get a link, send him an email, then you'll tell him you didn't get the email with the link. He'll straighten you out. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll take care of you. Susie, why are there Chinese commercials in Chinese on here? I do not know. Paul, I see. Thanks. I'm sure he'll once story time's over. Yeah, send me a message and I'll take care of you. Larry Titus, I am number 93. Thumbs up. Bobby Atkinson, 94. DQ, I think I'm 94. Maybe I'm higher than that. Credit Savage, a correction for that cover call I sold on GameStop. I actually got 514, not 515. 515 was taking a bit too long. So, like Uncle Bruce tells us to do, move down a penny, and it worked. Thank you very much. Susie Q, are you using a VPN? And maybe that's why you're getting Chinese commercials. Alberto, Uncle, I'm here. You can begin now. Something finally hit here. It's been a long week. I'm rewriting now. Well done, sir. Thank you for this donation on PayPal. I saw it come through. I do appreciate it very much. We got 19 minutes to go here, folks. Thank you all for popping through here, hanging out with us. We're down 53 on the Dow market right now, the Dow Jones Index at the moment. So there you go. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you all for everything you do for us, people. We appreciate the thumbs ups. We appreciate you subscribing. We appreciate you all becoming members of this channel. Tonight, for Gold Bagel members, we're going live at 8 o'clock. Gold Bagel member show, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something silly here. What am I doing? Hang on, folks. I'm trying to do something, and I'm not doing it well. I'm doing it very unwell. Hang on a second here. Got to get my act together here. Talking and trying to do something at the same time. Can't do it. Okay, now we've done it. We've shifted comments to member only. Again, members, thank you so much for being members. Love the fact that you're here and that you follow us. It is a fantastic thing, I like to say. All right, coming back here to the commentary. Coyote's got it right. Rolling over, you have to trigger the sale very soon after. Every writer learns this lesson very quickly. Bobby, been rolling over 30-minute lunch breaks. Bobby, glad to hear that's actually okay. Laughing out loud. Deuce Caboose, I'm 103 on your thumbs up meter. Right on. Did the SoFi thing calm down a little bit? Maybe today. I don't know forever, but at the moment it's down 33 cents to 552. We got the Dow again, only down half a point. We have just gone from 50 points down to half a point down. It's goofy today. We're not going anywhere. NASDAQ will not improve. It's down 175. That is 1.5%, and it's not getting better. But the Dow is wishy-washy today. Wobbly. Splair, I recommended First Trade for zero commission trading. But when you look for a broker that can offer you to use stink bids as well, then I recommend to ask for other Europeans here. Karen, I am number 105 on that thumbs up meter, Bruce. Well done. Thank you. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, thanks to all simpletons who cross over to the dark side, a.k.a. over to Discord. Please make sure to keep the same names as here. That would simplify things for all of us. May the force be with you always. Those of you who want to be hanging out on the Discord channel, the chat room, I don't run it. I don't have anything to do with it. I'm not even on it. It is a room where a lot of you guys hang out when I'm not on the air. Beach Boy will give you a link to that Discord if you want one. The catch is you got to send me an email and just say, hey, Bruce, would you mind linking me over to Beach Boy? I will contact him. So let me know. I'll send you each Beach Boy's contact info. You can talk to Beach Boy. He'll get you the Discord link, and you're in. Away we go. Nick S. On Ameritrade, there's an option to roll over with credit is what you need to do. Interesting. As I say, when you do rollovers, I recommend you get your buyback done first at the price you want to pay. Sometimes it's a stink bid, but then you have to do your offer. You have to do your sell, the new position you're going to write. And you should already know which contract it is. You should already know what kind of neighborhood pricing you're going to get. And you really have to be able to pull the trigger on the second half fairly quickly so that the market doesn't run away on you. If the shares go down, you don't want to miss that. If the shares are running up and you buy back a call to write a call, you want to get that high price. And so be on it and stay on top of that. All right. Paul Scatar, awesome. Sent email to you to both your Gmail and Hotmail. Wasn't sure PayPal listed Gmail. Yeah, that's okay. Got him. I'll take care of you, buddy. No problem. Swear anyone is hoping that Matterport or Rocket Lab drops tomorrow more. Anybody? Alberto, actually, I thought the Discord was for the Bagel Familia. Anyone can join. Just asking. It's whoever. I mean, if you're sending me an email, we'll fire it over. It's not a paid thing. It's a Discord page, It is run out of Germany. I'm not sure who's running it. Is it TIFF or someone's running it over there? And everyone seems really happy about it. But again, um, I will link you to Beach Boy, and then from there, away you go. Mirko Alberto. Right now, it's only the Bagel family. I think that's what Beach Boy meant right now. Okay, fair enough. Thank you all. Down 18 points now on the Dow. Down about $8 on Tesla. 186. 186.40. Apple 148.76 down 128. GameStop at 27.07 down 52. SoFi down 34 to 552. HPQ down 131 to 29.24. The Amazon is at 96.99 down about $2. Home Depot holding a 370 gain right now. Cisco down 39. Pfizer off 40. Netflix down 485. IBM is up just 32 cents. Very quiet day today. Microsoft up 99. Vanik Vectors down $8 to 217. Adobe down 730. Goldman Sachs up 14 cents. Goldman up 32. Boeing down 244. Moderna down 54 cents. Meta Platforms down to $4. ME down 19 cents. Rocket Lab still off today, 52 cents down today at 469. Matterport down 9. ATIP is down 3 to 55. Smart Rent down 21. Spire down a penny. Cyxtera down 28. ATIP volume 500,000 today, and we're at 55 centinos, the low of 52 and the high of 60. That's been the range on ATIP today. All right, super cheap. $13 dip, a 13-point dip on the Dow, pardon me. And we've got GameStop now 27.06. We're down to 13 minutes, and we're done for the day. Oil down 145. There is the deal. All right. Let's go. What do we got? Yeah, Beach Boy. As far as I know, the Discord is only for Bagel Familia, aka members of Uncle Bruce. It is run by TIFF. TIFF protects us from trolls. There you go. Alberto. Mirko, okay, perfect. I was just asking because I would hate for a lurker to damage such a great community. Flint Creek, Beach Boy, did you get the package? Flint Creek Soap Company needs to know. Credit Savage, I'm interested in the Discord thingy. Are we going to be able to make more money? If so, count me in. The great thing about Discord is I think you can actually talk to folks. Seems pretty cool. Deuce Caboose, I'm heading to Miami in 2 weeks to bake on the beach. Get the butter. I'm going to need it. There you go. Credit Savage, I love quiet days. Boring quiet days is how the cover calls decay, and I like it. Alberto, the Credit Savage, absolutely. We discuss all kinds of things. It's great to have this. Mirko, if someone starts misbehaving, the first stage is the no soap treatment. After that, TIFF will kick you out. Deuce Caboose, Uncle Bruce, in your opinion, is ATIP in trouble? No, I don't think so. I just think the shares are super cheap at the moment. I just, believe that eventually the company will just keep growing. They're going to keep growing. They're going to, they'll eventually be a takeover target, I guess, or they're going to take over someone else. There's going to be something, but too much money has been put into this thing to delist it and not make it work out. But at the moment, what can I say? The stock's at 55 cents, and I would say that every share that this channel buys up and just takes off the market and holds is another share that can't be sold by anyone else, and the stock can't be ground lower, and it creates shortage of free trading paper. That's just my take on it. But what do I know? I'm just out here, homeless guy, trying to figure it out. Spare sometimes more money, sometimes less uncertainty talk that we have here. So in the end, the focus is more on making more cash. Coyote Deuce Caboose, Butterboy is coming to town. Beach Boy, Flint, not yet. It is probably somewhere here. Let's give it a little more time. Next time it is special delivery or die. Coyote, we also short on the Discord. We misbehave. Flint Creek, Deuce Caboose, Coyote, butter and banana hammocks. Kent, the Discord is great. Lots of great info, and everyone there is very helpful. Alberto, Flint, I will need 10 of those Christmas specials. Flint, Financial Mischief. Google is holding okay the past couple of days. The short for my poor man cover call is not happy about it. But my leap has gone from 29.45 up to 36.38 in 8 days. So I can't be too upset. Karim, Uncle Bruce, maybe you already talked about this, but during the last crash, when people said they lost everything, does that mean stocks went to zero or were sold losses or what really? If people really got wiped out, and people did on the big credit crunch back in 08, 09, there were people who would have, say, they would have stock that they paid $300,000 for it, but they borrowed $125,000 against it. So they had $175,000 of equity and $125,000 in debt, and the shares went from $300,000 to $400,000. And so they would then borrow more money against their account and buy more stock, and now they're sitting on $500,000 worth of stock, where they owe the broker 200 grand, something like that. Just an approximation. And then the markets started to back off. And when they backed off $50,000, $60,000, no problem. The marginability, the amount that you can borrow to carry the debt you have, you're still okay. But when the shares value, the portfolio value reached 400,000, there may have been a point in time where now you're at the line. If the shares go lower than 400,000, you got to make up the difference because you owe 200,000 on a $400,000 account. The problem is when you have a blow-off day, a really bad red day, which we are not doing here, you drop an account from 400,000 to $320,000. You got an $80,000 gap here. You can only borrow 160 grand, but you owe 200. You got to come up with 40,000 in cash, or you got to come up with $80,000 of borrowable, marginable stock to be able to borrow 40 grand to cover the difference. And you might only be given a 24-hour window to do that. And if you don't, by the time the 24-hour window goes by, it could be that the stock portfolio went from 320 to 250. Now you got a $150,000 gap from where you were, 400 to 250. You can only borrow 125. You owe 200. The broker starts to sell stock. The stock the broker sells, if it's all marginable stock, every time the broker sells $1 worth of stock, you lose 50 cents of borrowability, and you get 50 cents of a pay down of the under margin position. In other words, if you're 75,000 upside down on your brokerage account, you got to sell 150 grand worth of stock to take care of a $75,000 shortfall. That takes your account down from, it was at 250. Next thing you know, you're down to 100. You have gone from 400,000 to 100,000, and you still owe 50,000 on it. You've only got 50 grand left of your money. This is how a depleting margin account can wipe you out. And it's not uncommon, and was never uncommon during my day and the time that I've been in the business, where I saw clients with a $100,000 account and a $40,000 IOU on the account. And a week later, the account is sitting at 50 grand in value, and the broker sells off all the stock, and the client has nothing. There's a zero balance. No stock, no debit, no nothing. In other cases, I've seen it where all the stock gets sold, all the other shares in there get sold, and there's still a $10,000 IOU, and there's no stock in there. Now the client owes the brokerage firm 10 grand and has nothing else in there but a debit. The broker calls the client. The client is mad at the broker for recommending this stock. It won't pay. The account gets closed out. Now the broker owes the firm $10,000 personally. The stockbroker is now on the hook to the brokerage firm. And the brokerage firm, the manager, me, has to have a chat with the broker on how are we going to make arrangements for you to pay off this $10,000 debt you owe us. And that's assuming only one of your accounts went under. What about if you had 5 of them? And I've seen it where brokers owe their firm 150 grand. 1 week they're flying high. The next week they're 150 in the hole to their broker, their employer. If the broker doesn't fire their sorry ass, then they work out a deal. And I have seen arrangements where brokers will say to their employer, I'll make good on this. I'll make good on this money. I'll take care of it. And they'll go to their banker. They'll take a second mortgage on their house and bring $100,000 into the firm and say, here's $100,000 of the 150 I owe you. I'm down to 50 grand. And then what they'll do is they'll sell their cars and they'll go to their relatives and they'll bring in another $25,000 to the brokerage firm. And now I owe you 25 grand. And they still have a job, and they're making 10 grand a month, and they're paying 2 grand a month for the next 5 months to take care of the rest or whatever it was. I've seen that. I have seen that. I've seen brokers recover where over a year they've paid off their employer, they built up the loyalty credits, and they keep opening accounts and they keep coming to work and they keep building their book and they recover from it. But it's years to get all that money back. I've seen that happen. But I've also seen it where people have lost everything, and they've lost, they're down 50 grand to the broker, and there's no hope in paying the broker back because they rent an apartment, they have a 12-year-old car, they have nothing in savings, they're making $3,000 a month take-home pay, and there's no way they can pay it back. And the firm now has to decide, do we sue this guy? Do we sue our own employee for the money to get it? And I've seen firms go after their guys after firing them. And I've seen them win judgments and still not collect it. But the broker can't get a job with any other brokerage firm because they're into a house for cash and they can't get their license transferred. I've seen that. It's been ugly. There's been a lot of scenarios like this, but those days are gone. Those days are almost non-existent anymore because many firms don't have stockbrokers. You don't have a stockbroker. You have a phone that you use to do your stock trading with. You don't deal with a broker, so everything has changed now. In any event, there you go. Susan, I am number 120. Thank you. You guys are making this Discord venture sound pretty awesome. I just sent Uncle Bruce an email. Wow, Spire is strong lately. Cindy, I have 9600 ATIP. Credit Savage, we're talking about Flint Creek soap. I must have some more, says Credit Savage. Duscubus, I joined the Discord, good people, and you get to complain about down stocks. It's therapeutic. I will email you, Alberto, says Flint Creek. TJ, the Discord is cool. Mirko, Beach Boy, next time you'll walk into the post office and someone smells like vanilla or cashmere, you'll know they opened your mail. Coyote, Kareem, imagine you were holding a large portion of your portfolio in long calls and the market slipped so far out of the money that those calls, every single penny of them became worthless. Bam, deuce caboose. It reminds me of Yahoo Instant Messenger from back in the day. Mirko's laughing out loud. Let's see what else we got. We're almost done here. We got 2 minutes to go. Send me an email. I'll take care of you guys exactly. What else is happening up here? What else is going on? What else is going on? We've got let's see. Spire is sitting at up 1 penny at 145. ATIP 55.6 cents a share. Not much going up there. Wow, thank you, says Kareem. Let's go. How concerned should we be writing against owned stock where the stock has dropped below our cost? Then coupled with feeling we haven't seen the upcoming drop yet, hate to lose too much on a stock. You just keep writing. You keep writing. You keep writing. If a stock drops, contracts drop, you can buy those back and write lower price contracts, bring in more money, go further out, bring in more money, helps compensate you for the loss of the value on your stock. Never stop. Flint Creek says, Jesus, I can't. Alberto, that's a good problem to have. I'm still averaging down. I'm at 1052 right now. We're just about done here. Holy crap, missed incoming. This is only a test. That's right. The missiles are flying in from Russia now. Let's go. Alberto can't. Albert, I love a huge dip. I could buy back my calls and then buy some more shares with the profit. There you go. 2 minutes till market closes. 12 minutes until my fish is ready to get some fresh juice out of the lemon before I eat it. They ain't getting it anyway. Okay, Larry is warming up at the back, and Larry has hit the bells. We are done for the day. The Dow dropped 25.99 points on the day. That looks like the final number. That'll adjust a bit. Tesla closed at 187, down 740. Now 186.92, down 750. The Dow down 36. Looks like a little sell wave came through at the end. Apple 125 lower to 148.79. GameStop down 48 cents to 27.11. SoFi 553 down 32. HPQ down 128 to 29.28. Amazon down 182 to 97.12. Home Depot up 316 to 315.09. Cisco down 51. Pfizer down 49 cents. Netflix lost 4.18. IBM down 25, up 25 cents on IBM. Microsoft up 44. Vanik down $8. Adobe down 7.50. Goldman down 57 cents. Google up 27. Boeing down 265. Moderna down 22. Meta Platforms down 385 to 113. ME down 16. Rocket Lab down 53. Matterport down 8. ATIP down 2.9 cents. SmartRent down 19.5 on the day. Spire gained 1 penny. Cyxtera down 29 cents. Coyote selling tomorrow. I feel like my bones were going down. Alberto Kent, nice. Coyote, nothing burger day. Alberto, gotta go see the gold members tonight. Can't wait for the session. 8 o'clock tonight, prime time for Gold Bagel members. Join me tonight, everybody. Splair, thanks, Larry. What a lazy day. Anyways, I wish you all a good and relaxed evening. DQ, thank you, Larry. Alberto, have a great night, Bagel Familia. I hope you all make a boatload tomorrow. Thank you, Alberto, for your donation today on PayPal. Kent, hey, Uncle Bruce, it's cold here today, 70 with some wind. Be sure to bring a few hoodies so you won't freeze here this winter. Oh, I'll take care of that. I can't wait to the cold, harsh winter of Rancho Mirage and Palm Desert, California. I very much looking forward to enjoying that. I will probably be on the air for the next Gold Bagel show. Mirko, can you tonight, if I'm still awake, it's 2 a.m. for me in Europe. See you tonight, says Mirko. I'll see you tonight at 2 p.m. your time. 2 a.m. Larry, good night, Alberto and Splair. Constantine, have a great night, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. A little red here and there, not the end of the world. We are seeing slippage on options, though, which is a good thing for those of you who are writing. Option writers made money today. You got richer no matter what you did. You got richer. Well done, all of you. 186.92 on Tesla. That means the 180s, the 190s, the 200s, and 210s. They all went down today. They're all getting cheaper, and they're running out of time, bit by bit by bit. GameStop, 27.11, down 48 cents. There's a dip on GameStop there. We'll see how it continues. It was 28.18 yesterday at one point. It's now 27.11, $1.07 lower than yesterday's high. Thank you very much. We'll see if it wants to continue this move tomorrow. 2.2 million traded today on GameStop. Did you hear what I just said? 2.2 million traded. That's 550,000 GameStop shares. You can't go up when you don't trade any volume. This is not trading. Pre-split volume of 550,000. We're not going up on a day like that. No way. Unbelievable. I'm amazed it's even here. It's even holding this level. I'm amazed. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kent. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. I love the Wednesday night show. That's 8 o'clock Eastern tonight, 5 o'clock in Rancho Mirage. Join me if you like. We'd love to have you folks pop by and say hi to us. For Gold Bagel members this evening, another fun day is done. The NASDAQ lost 1.5%. We are falling on gasoline prices apparently, and oil down 143 today to 85.49. We'll see how this all works out. Thank you all so much for joining me today, saying hi to us. Jennifer and I, we appreciate you all so much. Join me tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. As soon as I shut down this show, I will launch that show, and the alerts will go out to Gold Bagel members tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. Come on over and say hi to us. Would love to have you pop in. All right, guys, that's it from here. Calgary, what can I say? Right now, outside my window, 29 Fahrenheit is the temperature here. We touched 33 today. We're not going to reach that anymore. Tomorrow's high, 19, but pure sunshine. Friday's high in Calgary is estimated to be 34 degrees with pure sunshine. Saturday, partially sunny, 37. Sunday, 37. Next Monday, 38. Then Tuesday, 35. Wednesday, 35. Next Thursday, 40. Next week, Friday, 39. So a little warmer. Will melt off snow at those temperatures, but the days are getting shorter and shorter. Our sunset time now is 4:46 sunset time, local time. 4:46 sunset. At the worst of it, it'll be about 4:30. So we got about another 15 minutes to lose for our shortest days of the year. I think it's around 4:30, maybe 4:25. Yeah, it's a far cry from the summertime. In the summertime, our sunset time is about 9:48 in the evening. It's 5 hours later, but that includes a 1 hour leap ahead in time because we did lose an hour a few weeks ago. There you go, folks. What can I say? The harsh winter is here. Tell you, in Palm Desert right now, it is 71 degrees. It looks terrible. Air quality alert in Coachella Valley, windy. Tomorrow's high, 75. Friday's high in Palm Desert, 76. But then a cold snap on Saturday, only 71. Sunday back to 75. There you go, 76, 77 next week. Still a couple of weeks before Jen and I can get there. We got our tickets. They got our airplane tickets. We're ready to go. We'll be broadcasting from down there. Where down there? I don't know. We have no place to stay. We have no place to stay down there yet. We're still dealing with that. We'll keep you posted. All right, everybody. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening, like Boris is saying to all of you and to me. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Let's get this party started. Tomorrow's Thursday. Let's make some moolah. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. I will see you soon. Bye for now.